we are once again gathered here in the name of show business. My name is Sammy Flex. This is Showbiz Daily, and Showbiz Daily is for me, it's for you, it's for everybody. Just as you are ready, we are also ready. In the studio, my panel members are seated for us to do our thing. Roland Amate is already seated in the middle, and I also have man like Intim Dode Solomon Chemo, who is at the extreme end. And this is how we do our thing. Now, one video that I've seen giving me some chills is a video of the sitting member of parliament for the East Legon area. Chemo, what is that area called?
Ayawaso Wagon.
Ayawaso West Wogon. I'm from Ow. That's the name of that constituency. Ow. Ayawaso West Wogon. Ow. I've seen a video of Lydia in the University of Ghana campus sharing Kibo Gary. It is my favorite too. Kibo Gary. And the children are, let me say the students, they are no more children. The students are happy. Wow. Auntie Lydia Batampa, Auntie Lydia Batampa, Auntie Lydia Batampa. They are giving her fans. Like, they are so excited that the woman came to give them Kibo Gary. And reading under the comments, or reading the comment section, divided opinions. Ghanaians are cheap. So we are using Kibo Gary to buy you. Others say, oh, this is a good gesture. It means that she has a good heart. I said, well, because there are devils and there are angels in the comments, let's come back and present to the board. Let's listen to what the board will say. Reason we are gathered here this evening, and many more. Special thanks to Theophilus doing our camera, and Buju Lens, who is also doing our editing for us here on Sammy Flex TV. First, let's go on to Chemo, because Chemo has been living in that area for some time.
Oh, yes.
Chemo used to be an East Legoner. Okay, me and Chemo, we used to be East Legoners until recently. Chemo, good gesture or selling or buying of votes? Which one?
But I will take buying of votes out.
Okay.
But it's still something to, impress or do something there for her to look good or get what she wants. Okay. So it's not really about buying votes, but it's something to impress. Like you are saying, good gesture. But a good gesture for what? It's for the votes. So even if you describe it as a good gesture, it's still for the vote. Because under her normal activities, she's not been sharing Gary to anybody. She's doing it now because of elections. So even if you describe it as a good gesture, it's just for the votes. But I will not describe it as buying votes because I think the students, they understand what is happening. And most people who will even go for it are for her already. Okay. Her supporters will be more people who will be willing to take it.
No, I know they're Chemobwa. Give a guy but
the enthusiasm of taking it will be almost so excited to take it. Most of them are her supporters already. I know about that because me too, I have that personal experience. Okay. I remember when the time that I was in school, someone came there that Nekufa is coming, so they were sharing t-shirts. Some people were fighting over the t-shirt. They gave me the t-shirt and I rejected it.
How many chemos are
I could have taken it and then given it to somebody, but I didn't. My reason was that if you are giving it to me for me to wear it, one thing I know for sure is that I'm advertising your candidate, so you have to pay me for it. Because I'm not committed to support your candidate. If you pay me for it, why not? I will wear it because I'm doing business at that point. But if you don't give me money, I won't. So I know there are people who are going to take the Gary and then maybe dash it to somebody or just keep quiet and go to their way. But those who will take it and be excited and be jubilating are her fans already. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Some people, in fact, they will still take the Gary, but they won't be excited the way you saw it. No, they just take it and move on. But those who will be happy, jubilating, is not like they can't buy Gary or they have not gotten Gary like that before. It's the it's a form of endorsement or telling people that this is the right candidate for you to vote for, and she's using them for that purpose. So for me, I won't say it's a buying of votes, and at the same time, you can't just say it's a kind gesture. It's a means to get people to vote for you when you are in an election period. Okay. If she was doing it from day one, then it would be arguable for you to say, no, maybe this is her way of also showing appreciation or whatever. But she doesn't do it all the time. Yeah. It's only when it is getting closer to election. So obviously, just to impress, so people will vote for her.
I see. Well, let me go on to Roland Amate, and watching the video, the way the woman pulled up in her convoy, some SUV, Kibugari packed from some truck, the students with energy, enthusiasm going for it. I'm asking, is it everybody who is taking the Gary who will also vote for her? Richie, sorry, Roland, let me get your opinion on this.
Okay, non quite anchor by this time, anchor you see container, 40 feet container of not only Kivo Gary, but a huge provisions, like on our campuses, because they know it is a sure way for votes. If there is one thing that the politicians know, is their game and how to play it. The moment you even enter into it, they will take you through it. You definitely would have to conform to most of their rules and how they play their game in the arena. And like I always say, sometimes if you are an elite or you are somebody that some of these things don't move you, you may not see the importance of it or you may not regard it. Okay. But I tell you, in their books, it is one of the winning formula. Okay. It is one of the sure ways. It is not a guarantee though. But if you are looking for the blueprint on how to succeed, even about 50%, these are some of the ways. Okay. So it is not even surprising that some people have seen people, the likes of, like people that have won elections, sit in trotro, go to people's house to wash, pound fufu for people, and they are also doing it in 2024. True. It is not surprising because that is the blueprint they've provided, like they've put it down. So if you come, they will tell you, Charlie, it is this, or go and pass that long way, and that long way, you win the election 2030. That is it. If you want to build yourself, warm yourself up, like you normally do as a normal person in your own character, that means, once in a while you go and visit the person just to familiarize yourself with the person. Normally, and you will not go and pound fufu, you will not go and share kibo gari, you will not go and drink calipo with them, you will not go and sit in trotro with them. You win the election 2035. That's how long it will take you. So in that sense, you will still have to do it. That is why you see each other in markets sharing t-shirts. You see each other in markets holding megaphones and doing broadcasting to say, I saw for Muko evangelism. It's like that. You have to do it. You have to do it. So for her, it is me too. I will not also call it buying of votes because at the end of the day, there is no proper transaction as at that time. Okay. And whether until the transaction is complete, you can't call it buying of votes. Okay. And then for it to be completed, we have some short period, but it is still a long way to go. True. Of which anything can change. Things can change even at the last minute, and you can't take anything for granted. Of course, she knows the threat she's coming against, and she's not being complacent about it. Okay. So whatever she thinks she can do within her means, that's what she is doing. For the people that are receiving with excitement there, see whether they are for her or they are not for her, even if they receive with excitement. They will receive it because ultimately nka say obi ade edidi ejina nkwa komunaje you have to take it with excitement. The enthusiasm, people will use it to take it, but after taking it, that is when they get there and nothing influences them again aside your gesture, that is when you might even lose, because we are back with saying to abana crown unya one. It's when you base your actions on some of these things, sometimes you may get disappointed, but it is one of the ways that they've been doing. So you can definitely see it and say, okay, or BB. So if you're also a competitor like John Dumelo, Money Adia, know that this is what is going on. This is how far the woman is taking the league. So you should also pay attention. And if you have a better one to do, maybe she's sharing Gary. Maybe our mobile fabra. In that sense, now you're Jigum, this is massive. Everybody will see me as witness level.
Well, big ups to Madam Lydia, as it stands now. I know John Dumelo at this stage you'll be thinking about what is the next energy for me to do.
He has a farm.
That's what I'm saying. That so he's also thinking about what is the next energy for me to do. If the woman had shared Gary, what is John Dumelo likely to share? We are waiting for that information as well. Now, not long ago, when Shatta started using AI to design or CGI to design most of his art covers in Ghana, we heard how some people came after him. How some people were all over on social media. Oh, richest artist and now he can't pay a designer. Richest artist and spending all the nonsense that you can think about. People were talking about it until we came across a post sharing an image which is Wizkid's new album. And again, he has also employed the use of a CGI or AI to create his art cover. And the person came out with a post that I would want to, that is Gideon Ofori, shared a post that I would want to read. Then I go back to my people that are we sometimes slow to learning, or there are people we just want to attack for whatever they will do. So he actually placed Shatta's flyer, that is the flyer for Safa, and the flyer for Wizkid as well, which is Morayo. Why is Wizkid using AI for his cover art now? Is he broke? Ghana for Binome Misem and Tiwi when it is about Shatta. The world is revolving and technology is taking over. Don't play along and keep exhibiting your follies. This came out, and as it stands, I'm asking, when are we coming to realization that show business is not static? Show business is not static. Or no matter what we do, like the Bible has said, the poor will always be with us. So in this case, no matter what we do, the foolish ones will always be with us. We will take this one to start with.
Well, your two questions were if we are slow or we just want to attack people, and it is both.
Okay.
My answer is both, because yes, we are in 2024, but in terms of technological advancement and understanding of how the things are going currently, Ghana is around 2003 or 2007.
That's very far.
That's how far we are. That's how far we are, because if you consider most of the things that we still do in this country manually, that is how far we are. Because there are so many things, and it is not only in the creative art sector. That is one of the sad aspects of it. It is not only in the creative art sector. Now you even go to police stations and other places and you would want to fill forms, and it is still put pen on paper. Put pen on paper, whilst probably in other jurisdiction, you will be there, the police will send you an email.
In fact, the complete school in Ketekrachi, go to Kumasi.
Go to Kumasi for your certificate.
Hey.
So if you are out of the country, it cannot be emailed to you, no matter how hard you need it. They can't.
Maybe it can. You just have to go through some process.
And how long will that process take you? That is the thing about it. It is either ways you will still have difficulty in assessing whatever you want to assess, because you would have to you may not go through the manual process direct, but you would have to pay somebody to go through the manual process for you. At the end of the day, it is still a manual process. Else it would have been just okay. Maybe I am in US or I'm in UK. I need my certificate for something. I may not have the hard copy, but I want the soft copy. I email the school. Okay, they have my history and everything. They email it to me. It's as simple as that. But just imagine you being in that side and calling your school in Ketekrachi, telling them you need your certificate. Just imagine. Not even emailing. First of all, the emails they will not see.
Yeah.
You have to email and call them and tell them I've sent you an email. Then they will ask you to repeat whatever you've written in the email on the phone. That is how hectic it will be for you. So yes, Amy, I I am not surprised that some. So if your first question is whether we are far behind, yes we are. Yes we are, because even in the creative art space, our music royalties are to, and it is all still around technology. We still don't want to evolve. We still don't want to change and adapt to the new ways of doing things. And the people that will still want to attack, of course, I'm not there. So opa catch and say we na me and we na eboame. So far as they don't see any sense in it, they will still not understand and they will still come and attack you. If you like, well, let their favorite Adanka Komana, a government will mess up, and if they will change it for another government to come, he or she or that government will also come and mess up. Then at the end of the day, if you want to chastise them, they will tell you, oh, but this person's mess up is bigger than mine. that is how we roll.
His mess is messy.
That's mine. Then you ask yourself, so why did I even bring you in the first place? That is how do you call it, sad it is in this space. So yes, some people will still attack either ways. They will still not see any sense. And it is out of the fact that we are lacking behind. So most of them are ignorant of even the new ways of doing things. So if they see something that they probably don't understand, the first thing out of that ignorance that will come to their mind is, let's attack it. And that is it. So it is both. We are far behind in 2003, and some people will still do it, even if you go to heaven and go and bring God.
Interesting times indeed in our industry, especially when you go online and you see how fans are running helter-skelter because someone decided to introduce something that they don't understand. Well, Roland has given us his opinion on how some of these things are to be handled. Let me go on to Chamu. Let me ask, what is happening? Are people so lazy to advance themselves, or what? Chamu?
Well, so there are two ways to this thing. I think the first thing that I'll talk about is that some people refuse to change, like they don't want to change. It's difficult for them to adapt the new system. Yeah. So they will do whatever it takes to just fight the new system coming. Okay. We have one group like that. And then the other people, they don't really know the value, or they don't get the value of adapting new technology, and they don't want to know. So based on that, even if they see you doing it, they have to find a way to criticize you. So some will insult you, some will say whatever. I mean, it's ridiculous for somebody to say that you don't have money to pay a designer and you are using AI. Yes. And then that person will be laughing at you.
Yes.
Like,
yes. And they will be laughing at you. Yeah.
Like, what is going on in that person's head? Like, you can't get it. The point is that they don't know the value of the new technology coming and how efficient and useful it will be, or it is, even at the time that they are talking. So I'm not surprised that some people will do that. And based on history, we know that anytime there's a new thing coming, we have people who will resist it no matter what. They will say whatever that they think they can use to just ridicule you, demonize whatever is coming. In fact, some even some spiritual workers, as I call them, will say that it will be demonic to adapt. Some of them. I mean, we remember what happened when COVID came. We had some prominent pastors saying that it is 5G, and 5G is the beginning of the end time and whatever. They said a whole lot. So I'm not surprised that people will go that direction. Just that it is sad when you see that it is, those who are going that direction are huge in our country, and they are attacking some people that we should be learning from. If Shatta is adapting the technology, why not us? Let's also try it and see what is happening. No, we won't, because it is coming from Shatta, and we have to even laugh at him for using AI to do his artwork. Yeah. Now that the likes of Wizkid and others are also doing it, we are waiting to see what they will say about this one. I doubt if they will have something to say.
I'm sure they will go like, wow, what an innovation. They were like, wow, what
yeah. Okay. So yeah, that is it. We have people who will resist it no matter who is using or where it is coming from. And then we have people who don't know the value, or they are not learning the value of it and how efficient it can help the society. So that's where the fight is. For the resistance, they are there. And for those who don't learn to know the value to adapt quick, they are also there. So that's how we take it. And for those who use it for trolling and even insulting people like Shatta, Wale, we know them. But it's rather laughable when they do that. Because you go like, you don't really know what they are talking about. Yeah. That's it. I mean, but let's take it like that. Let's see if those who are doing that will come back and say something else now that the likes of Wizkid and others are also using it.
I see. Well, we wish them well. They should continue to wallow in their lack of knowledge and continue to live in that world. For those who are learning, I want to believe they are learning and they will not wait for anybody. They will go ahead to do whatever they are doing. Now, moving forward, let me also ask something. Now, Chemo is married, so I'm sure I can start this particular topic with him. Kwame A+ is talking about marriage, and Kwame A+ is advising that, or he's saying that he will not advise anyone to get married unless you are going to get a wife like the kind of wife that he has. He says, I will not advise anyone to get married because they may not get a kind of wife that I have. And in Kwame A+'s words, maybe I can even play a voice for you guys to listen to briefly, and we can take it from there. So you guys can listen to what.
Because you may not find a wife like mine.
That is what Kwame A+ is saying.
I am fortunate to have the kind of woman that I have. She has been supportive. I don't, and I've seen my friends marry and all the issues that it comes with. So I don't. I will encourage you, and I will only pray that you find a wife like mine. She's been the best friend that I have had. She has been everything. And, she understands me. Okay. Because I'm the best husband that you can have. I'm the best. Like I'm the best husband that that. Why do you say that? Because if I'm me, I will make your life. I will make your life a beautiful experience. I don't believe that women must work. Women were not created to work. Really? Why? Yeah, taking care of home and children is too much work. Okay. And I don't believe that a woman must have 3 kids, take care of them, get up, go and work in the bank, come home, leave your kids with. No. Working, taking care of children is a full-time job. A woman must be paid for that. Yeah. So do you pay your wife for that? My wife, me, I don't have anything. You don't have money? I don't have anything. Everything I have is for my wife. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you, like, the only thing that I have that I can fight for is that in law, there's something called co-tenancy. And whatever you get during the subsistence of the marriage is deemed to be held in trust for both of you. Yes, but anything apart from that, I don't have anything. Everything is for my wife. Like, what about you? You see, I'm not a materialistic person. Okay. Yeah. You see what I brought today. I came in an aeroplane. We are brand new. I talk about in the town. I don't like me person wish you unia so go to Range Rover na we wish you unia.
Okay, so we are not interested in the wish you unia. We are interested in the marriage part. And let me start this with Chemo. It means Chemo is not treating his wife well. He's making her work. Chemo, why?
Well, I think A+ took a lot of factors or other things out of his conversation. He just talking for. He was saying it for himself, but it's not a good advice for everybody or anybody. So that's where he got it wrong. I mean, it's okay if you think you have enough and you don't want your wife to work. I mean, it's up to you, and even also your wife has to, I mean, agree to something like that. But for you to generalize it, but in an ideal case, why not? If you have so much and you think that there will not be any need for your wife to work, why not? It's okay. But the point is, how many people can afford to do that?
Exactly.
Yes, and that's where A plus got it wrong. You can't just say it like that. I don't know the kind of work that maybe somebody like Despite or Bill Gates or Elon Musk, like their wives, what kind of job that they will do. Jeff Bezos, some of them, their wives work. I mean, Bill Gates' wife, she was still working at it. And now I can say she's working, but it's not the kind of work that when you say work, you are saying it's more like what fulfill whatever that they want to do. That's their kind of work.
Yeah.
So when you say preference, like they want to, she has a foundation and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and she's a chairman, and she'll be going to meetings and other stuff. Would you consider that one to as work or what? Like there are a lot of factors that he has to bring in. But let's generalize things and say that yes, if you have so much and you say, oh, I don't want my wife to work, why not? Especially if your wife is not enjoying the job that she is doing. Some women, they don't enjoy the job. It's the means, yes, it's the means of survival, so they will do it anyway. But if it is not the means of survival, but
and it's a hobby.
It's a hobby kind of thing. Then it's okay. That's the point. I mean, that's where he missed it. So my wife is working at this time because the means of survival.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't do it alone, so she's helping me. So if it gets to a point and I think I have so much that
she should stay home,
or there will not be any need for her to be moving like the way I do.
Stay home and do TikTok.
Yes, and watch Antenna. That's okay. Yes, yes. You see, A plus got something right. That is the general thing. You see, if you have enough and you can take care of your wife, why not? And your wife too will be happy staying at home. That's good. But if you don't have enough and you still want your wife to stay home, the results may not be good for you and your wife or even your family as a whole. If you have children or you even have a child, it will be a difficult thing to deal with. So what he's saying is just for those who have enough to exercise that privilege or go for such things. In fact, even if you get to that stage like A plus can openly say that they will not almost as they don't believe or as they will have
I'm sure that's why when stories came out that A plus is having an affair with MCI boy.
Yes.
Even the wife.
Yes, because he is at the stage that he can exercise that privilege or the option. So also there are some ladies wishing to also get to that position. And there are few people in this world who can exercise that privilege or who have it. So for me, I think he's only right when you are talking to the rich men or when you are talking to people who have made it and want to exercise that right. We even have people who don't do that.
Yeah.
They have enough, but still they don't exercise certain privileges and rights that they have based on what they have and their status. There are some people who don't do that. So what he's saying is only good for few people. That's what I would say. It's only, or it can be applied to only few people. So don't follow A plus and go and break your neck for for the fact that you don't want your wife to work. I mean, just get somebody who understands you and will want to help in their own way just for you to have a comfortable life.
Well, when I also watched the video, I said saying to myself like, hey, it means we are not married yet too, because if Kwame Plus is saying this about how to get a wife, then we have to start again. We have to start again and look for and real wife. The one who will not go to work, and the one who also own everything that we have. Hey, A plus is threatening us. Any threat. Well, you have been advised, so you have no option than to do what Kwame A plus is saying. Really, you've taken our decision already. So we have been exempted. But you are in it. Ushim. I just Ushim.
And who says advice be an efa? Oh, me, in my life, my principle is like ex-president Kufuor's statement. So I sit there with that to have a poll. No, you watch your life, the things you want, before you take certain advice. Whether the advice is good, whether the advice is bad, it may be the best advice in the world, but it may not work for you. It is as simple as that. It may be the best advice anybody. Now, who doesn't like soft life? Who? And you see, sometimes there are certain people that when they don't work, they will die early. When they don't, the moment they stop, even at their old age, when we expect them to even go on pension or even relax self, they would want to do something minor, which may not be like that vigorous, but still something minor just to keep them moving or keep them busy. And it is there for such a person. Even if you tell the person, sit at home, let me pay you all the amount of money in the world, feed you with whatever you want, self, the person will still find something to do.
Yeah.
It is there. If the person will still, and it doesn't make whatever A plus is saying like very valid or maybe nonsense. It is individual decision. There are some people like him that, yes, they have everything to provide, like they provide everything in the house. Nobody contributes anything. Yet their spouses or their partners still have something they do. They have businesses they own. It may be out of an individual choice, something they want to do for themselves. Like he said, the only thing he owns in that marriage has to do with whenever maybe there's a problem and they want to divorce, and they would want to share things that they were able to acquire during the marriage process. That is it. But some people individually would still want to do something for themselves. Yes, a lady may be coming and may want you to give her the soft, like the most soft life that you can ever give. The softest. But then would still want something to do for herself because she has her personal visions and maybe achievement that she thinks she would want to achieve. That is it. So even if you give her Flagstaff house, she will tell you, I still want to own, let's say, this 3-bedroom house or 5-bedroom house, and I want that to be out of my own effort. You can't stop such a person. It is either you accept it or you let the person go. And for the ladies that would want to, well, it is one of the reasons why some young men are breaking their heads, breaking their backs recently. It is out of this advice. But me, this advice is not to, if you take 10 people, this advice can only go to one person. And even that one person self, it is 50-50 for the person to decide to take this or not. Out of people who may be in that same position, even if you take 10, it will just take about 5 of them to even decide, say, we want to do this for our wives and they shouldn't work and all of that. And for the advice that he's saying, don't marry because you may not find somebody like his wife. No? It is true. It is true. So if you like, don't marry. It is true. Because his wife is one. And the person that you also want to go and marry, it is not his wife. May not be like his wife. They may have certain traits in common or certain things in common, but you can't marry somebody like his wife. So if on that you want to take the advice, don't marry. It's simple. So if you also don't want somebody like A plus's wife and you find the one that you like, then you go and marry. Because if A plus's wife don't want to work, she wants to sit in the house because her husband says she sit in the house, she is doing it, taking care of the home. Maybe the one that you go and find, not the blue tone to so crowd see a white. So in that sense, you may not get somebody like his wife. And he saying because he's also the best husband. Of course, he is the best husband. Naga, he is the best husband. So that one day, if you want to learn from husband, if you have somebody that as a good husband you like you want to learn from. A+ is one of them. Learn. A husband that can hit both on his chest even when he's accused of chopping another person can say, yeah, no, I am no. Exactly. As fearless as he can be, he's the best husband. Oh, maybe I'm funny with him near for that. Baby, I'm not dream. Baby, I'm not bobra a dream. Ninyama my yedi nyama biwi. Me no be anaide. Me no be anaide. Oh, that yes. You are taking notes. But they are coming close. Yes, love. Yes, love. Yes, love. The mommy be so that makes him the best husband. So yes, per his personal values, the things he believes in, and all of that. Or the other two scales, so I say, hey, why ya or bottom baso. So if your belief is not to his beliefs, or it is not the same as what he believes in, you may also not regard whatever he's saying. Right. But then if you have the same mindset, the same belief as he's doing,
I see. To all men watching us, and especially those who are married, I'm asking, how good a husband are you? According to A+ standard, how good a husband are you? I want to know. Share with us, and let's learn from you as well. It has been good, always hanging out with you guys here on Showbiz Daily, live on Sammy Flex TV. Today, I have done this once again with my favorite people, Roland Amate, who has been in the middle position playing 5 for Shatta movement, for Roland Amate. So Roland Report on YouTube and RolandReport.com. And in Team Dodo Solomon Chemo at the extreme end, who has also been our online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited, as well as in Dosu Digital Solutions. And to the people behind the scenes, Theophilus and Buju, for putting this content together. Subscribe to us, share your commentary with us, and let's do this again some other time. But the wives who are also watching, is that what you want? A man who will just put you home, feed you, give everything you want, and allow him to do what he also wants? Is that how you guys also want it? We'll surely meet in the comment section. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.